Hello guys and welcome back to a new video on my channel, and today it's time for another episode of ARK Aberration. And today I want to do some more stuff, of course, but first of all, in the last episode we achieved quite a lot. We went to the surface once again to get a lot of metal at like that bottom area with our Ankilo, and that has turned into a grand total of almost 20,000 metal ingots, which is just insane. But hey, why not? I mean, we're definitely going to need the metal because I also still want to upgrade our base. In the last episode, we worked on, of course, making the forge and the chemistry bench and making this little room for the forge and upgrading our floor to metal. But of course, we still have to upgrade the walls and ceilings, and I want to make the base taller as well, so that eventually we can have a second floor, because we're definitely going to be needing some more devices. We are going to be needing like the industrial grill still and this industrial cooker right here, which both of those are pretty big and they are definitely not going to fit on this floor anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place another large wall on top of our base, which means our base will be 8 walls tall, but hey, it doesn't really matter. All the room and the space we can use is always welcome. So we're definitely going to work on that in this episode, which I might as well do now, just so we have, so we don't have to wait on, well, so while I'm doing the intro and a to-do board, our stuff is crafting. Oh, and by the way, off camera, I also leveled up this SPINO a little bit, so he's now at level 235, which is definitely very, very good. I mainly just leveled him in melee damage and a little bit in health as well. And I also gathered a crap ton of organic polymer, because I was basically going around that river that we tamed the Spino at, and we also saw a bunch of carcinos and fishes and stuff. I killed a bunch of carcinos, and now we have like too much organic polymer. But hey, it's always welcome. So yeah, I leveled up the Spino, and I also leveled up myself 3 levels even, which I didn't do off camera because leveling myself is more interesting than leveling a dino. So what I'm gonna do is go until 400 weights, and then I think we'll just level the rest into health. By the way, there is something in this game called a mind wipe toxin. Toxin, which basically resets your entire stats and your level to number 1, which basically means you can level up your character once again to the level it was before you consumed that mind wipe toxin, which I'm definitely going to make in one of the next episodes, because I really don't like how I leveled my character, because I did level up the movement speed, but that was basically just for the first couple of episodes, because this map is a little bit dangerous. And stamina, I really don't need 260. I don't need the fortitude. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the mind wipe toxin, which I don't think is too difficult to make. I think you need like really weird ingredients for it, but hey, that is what we also worked on in the last episode, the farm. These things have grown and they have vegetables in them. So let me actually go to my fridge and pull the vegetables we have from the crop lot. So we have citronals, which we have 450 of. That is quite nice. Long grass, raw carrot, and sava root. There we go. No idea why we have less raw carrot than the others, but whatever, it doesn't matter. So what we need for this mind wipe, oh my god, of course, for this mind wipe toxin is cooked prime meat. Okay, we can easily make that. Majo berries, narcotics, stimulants. That is probably the most interesting, stimulants. Rare mushrooms and rare flowers. I think I can already make this, but for that, we need to have either a cooking pot or, oh, wow, we can learn the industrial cooker. Okay, why not? Can we already make it? I think it is like super expensive. Oh, it's not actually too expensive. We can make it, but the cooker is a little bit annoying to set up, because the cooker has this little, well, let me show you actually. And of course, what I was going to do is just put some meat onto the grill, so we have enough meat for the entire episode, because I also want to explore the red zone, which I already said in the last episode. But yeah, first of all, the cooker. Oh, it's actually not too big. I guess I can place it here then. But what we need to do is, as you can see, water 0 out of 100,000. Basically how this works is the same way that the crop plots need to be irrigated. You basically need to connect it to a pipe and water network. So what we need to do is make a bunch of pipes. So we need to make a vertical pipe. We need to make a bore intake. We actually need to make 2 vertical pipes. One going into the cooker, like that. And then one going into, or coming from the, how's it called? Or, wait a minute. How can I... Wait, whoa. No, that does not work. Okay, that was a little bit weird. Oh, wait, it does work. Okay, fine. I thought we need to do... Okay, sure. Can I hide this one? Thank you. Alright, so it already works, which means we can turn it on. And let me take a look. Oh no, you don't actually need to learn the stuff. Mind Wipe Tonic. Oh, it's actually called Tonic. I thought Toxin. 24 cooked prime meat and 72 stimulant is still what we need. Oh, I'm even almost level up again. Wow. That kind of surprises me. But let me just get rid of this stupid pipe. There we go. So, let me just make 72 stimulant, which I still need to learn. And this one is really easy to make. It's just spark powder and stimberries. So we needed 72. 72 divided by 6 is 12. Or it also goes per 12. I don't know. Narcotics makes per 6. Yeah, okay. This makes 72. Alright. There we go. That is in a make. Or that has been made. And of course with this grill we can make the cooked prime meat. Let me just make 100 because why not? Alright, so in a moment we can make the Mind Wipe Tonic. Jesus. So, yeah, what I wanted to do is upgrade our base. So, I am going to be needing a lot of large walls. Let me just start by making 40 large metal walls. So we need 1120 cementing paste for that. Let me just go ahead and make 200 cementing paste, which goes per 6. So that makes 1200. So that is enough for 40 large walls. And look at that. I'm level up once again. Health, just like that. Can we learn anything interesting though? We have rocket launchers. Okay, that is pretty cool. Gauss rifle is from a mod, but this one is super difficult to make because you need like millions and millions of resources, literally. So that might be cool for like the next ARK adventure, like maybe an extinction or something, or... But we're not going to do it in Aberration because it just takes way too long. But now that we have enough for the Mind Wipe Tonic, let me go ahead. What? Oh. Is it because the cementing paste is still in a make? Yeah. That's a little bit annoying. You can't pull resources from a structure that is still crafting items. But we can make the Mind Wipe Tonic. Just like that. Alright, so... yeah, how this works. Drink this tonic to forget everything you've learned. Resets your engram points. Yeah, it is a little bit annoying that we have to learn everything again. But, oh well. It's definitely worth it. There we go. Alright, so... 89 levels to go. Right, so yeah, I'm gonna go until 400 weight and maybe 450 weight. I'm gonna go with 150 stamina, just a little bit of fortitude, like 6. Nothing in like movement speed or anything. And I'm also gonna go with, let me go 8 here. And the rest can go into health until like 600 or something. Okay, it goes exactly until 600, which is well, pretty cool. So there we go. Alright, and now we have to learn all of this stuff again. So, yeah, I'll be back to you because this is gonna take quite a while. Ooh, we also have these vaults. I remember from in one of the other episodes that basically I eventually want to replace these storage boxes I have with vaults because they can carry, or they can just store a lot more items. I think like around 600 slots, which is just... ridiculous, but yeah, that's something we'll definitely work on in one of the future episodes. Alright, I think I pretty much learned everything that I need. Finally, that took quite a while, but hey, it's definitely worth it. We now have very, very nice stats. Plus, we still have 10 more levels to go until 100, which means we can level up to like 700 health, which is quite neat. Or maybe we'll do like 650 health and 450 weight, because, yeah, that is maybe a little bit better of an idea. Alright, that is taken care of. What I wanted to do, of course, is upgrade our base. So our cementing paste is done, which means we could make 40 large metal walls. Alright, this is going to be a little bit annoying because we have to take down the ceilings and the existing walls. So what I'm going to do is set this to demolish mode because we don't need these anymore, and fire away. Alright, ceilings are all gone. That is nice. But now it is time for the walls. So, oh boy, this is going to take quite a while. Let me just start by getting rid of this, getting rid of the door, of course. I'll also make a red metal ramp because a wood ramp with metal stuff just looks terrible. Alright. That will be it for now. Let me just see how far we can go. Okay, this is quite heavy, but we can still move perfectly fine. There we go. All right, so far, not good. Not fucking... Oh my god. I hate this so much about ARK. Why? There was literally a wall before. My god. Of course... Oh, and of course the fabricator is in the way as well. Fuck. My... God, that is so annoying. You know what? I'm gonna be making the vaults anyways. So what I'm gonna do is... Let me just place this here for now. I'm gonna be making vaults because... Yeah, I'm gonna be getting rid of the fucking... how's it called? The storage boxes anyway. Because I need to place these walls. So why not? Might as well just, yeah, make a vault instead. Alright, there we go. We can make it. So yeah, one is going to be for the resources, and one is going to be for all these items and the artifacts eventually. There we go. And I'll place you in a second. But first of all, let me just transfer all of this into there. Alright, taken care of. This one will be for the resources, so let me just rename it to resources. There we go, very nice. And place the vault right next to it. There we go. And this one is going to be for... These are called tributes and artifacts. Alright, very nice. Oh my god, we can move this bookshelf. Why did I place it like that? There we go. Alright. Very, 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 very nice. But now we still have these to take care of. What? Oh, I thought I was picking them up. Alright, that's all the walls. I don't think I can place a wall here because of the fridge. Nope. Alright, but that is not as bad as with the other stupid storage box because there's not as many items in there, fortunately. I hope I can place a wall here, but I might have to get rid of this gate for just a moment. But first of all, let me just move the fridge. Alright, there we go. Pick this up, put it in there. Alright, very nice. That has been taken care of. Alright, very nice. Vaults are made, refrigerator is set, and now we need to make a door frame, door, and a wall, or 3 walls. And then we need to make a bunch more large walls. How much do we still have? Quite a bunch. Let me just start by... Actually, let me start by making a door frame and a door and stuff, because my mental... Whatever. I'm trying to say things, but it doesn't come out in the right way. Anyway, what I meant is just place this down, because that just cleans my mind a little bit. And of course, we need to have 3 normal walls, which we can still make. We still have enough cementing paste, which kind of surprises me, but hey, that is nice. Thank you very much. There we go. All right, now time to place these large walls. All right, this part of the house is done, so we still need 4 plus 7 plus 7, which is 18. And then, of course, we still need a ramp, which I'm actually going to make first, because why not? All right, there we go. Can I turn these into stairs? Oh, what? Okay, this is pretty cool. Yeah, this looks pretty nice. And now we needed 18 more large walls. And, of course, we need to make the ceilings. which are going to be quite a lot, but that is fine. 18. Okay, we need 305 cementing paste. Let me just make another 100 cementing paste. Or should I just make a bunch? Yeah, alright, fine. We have more than enough stone and cementing paste. Or chitin. Yeah, we still have so much, so that is not going to be an issue. Alright, but now that that's in the make, I can finally talk about my things I want to do in this episode. So, of course, I want to try and find and tame a second Spino. Because, of course, we have this absolute beast of a Spino here, which is a female. But, of course, I want to have a male Spino so they can breed together and we can have an entire army of Spinos. What I also need to, well, you don't need it, but what I want to have is this S plus nanny. Basically, there's a thing called imprinting in this game where you can imprint on baby dinosaurs, which means they will have better stats when they have grown up, which is definitely very useful to have. So I'm gonna make this S plus nanny, and by the way, this nanny basically makes it so that the imprinting process goes automatically, because normally you need to imprint the dinos yourself, which is just really annoying to do. But with this nanny, yeah, this nanny basically takes care of that for you, so that is nice. So we can easily make that. I think it runs on electricity, which is super nice. I'm just gonna place it right next to my door, and it is powered. It is activated. All right, let me see. It also puts food in the inventory of the baby dinos, which is also quite nice. So basically, any dino within the range of this nanny, I might actually place it outside, because it means they just have a little bit more range to work with. So I am just gonna place it right here. There we go. All right, that's taken care of. Now, yeah, so I want to tame a second Spino. So what I'm gonna need for that is, of course, our long neck rifle, our tranq darts, which we're going to need to make more of. What I also want to do, or at least try to do, maybe in the next episode, maybe not this episode, because I'm still working on our base upgrade, which still takes a bit of time. I still want to go to the surface. I still want to go to the red zone. I want to do so much. So maybe I'll save the bear, taming the bear, for the next episode. Okay, but yeah, number 3, because I'm going to skip number 2. Number 3, I want to go to the surface, but not the surface we went to in the last couple of episodes, but the surface in the top left of the map, because the one on the top right is really big and is really good for collecting resources and stuff. But I also want to show how you can get supply drops on the surface, because you can get supply drops on the surface. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna go to the surface in this episode, and of course, I mean the top left surface. We're gonna explore the bottom left surface in probably the next episode, or maybe the episode after that. But the thing is, with the bottom left surface, the entrance of that surface is in the red zone, and we still haven't even explored the red zone. So that's why I want to do that first. And yeah, we'll save the surface bottom left whatever area for the next episode. Alright, but of course, number 4, the red zone. I've prepared for that in the last episode by making some hazard suits and stuff, and I want to explore the red zone. Not too much, just a little bit, because we're gonna go back there in the next episode, which has to do with number 5, rock drake preparation. A rock drake is a creature in the map, probably the coolest creature in the entire map, because, well, we killed a couple of them in the last episodes, but that doesn't really show off how just... What the hell? Why did I make 13? Why? Why the fuck? Okay, anyway. Now the ceilings are left, so that's 9 plus 49. 58, that's a bunch. What? We can make this? Okay, that shocks me, but that's nice. But anyway, a rock drake. I want to tame a rock drake. And a rock drake is not tamed in the usual way that other dinos are tamed, like the Spino and the Megalosaurus, and by just knocking them out with tranq stuff. No. What you have to do for taming a rock drake is you have to get an egg, a fertilized egg. And the only way to get one of those is going into the red zone in a very specific area and then stealing an egg from a nest. And I've played this map before. I know that that is a pain in the ass to do, because it's not really tedious or anything, but it's just really difficult because, of course, that area is filled to the brim with rock drakes and other dangers. And again, it's in a red zone, which is irradiated, and yeah, that makes it even more dangerous. So we are definitely going to need to prepare for that very, very, very carefully. I guess I'll make like 3 hazard suits, so I have 2 backups. I'll bring, of course, the Bulldog with me. I'll bring my Spino with me, so I can fight off the rock drakes. Maybe I'll even bring my Megalosaurus with me, so we have a little bit of extra fighting power. But I'll take a look at that in just a minute, because first of all, I want to tame a second Spino. But for that, we're going to need some trank darts, long arc rifle. We're going to need our gateways. We're going to need raw mutton. And of course, we're also going to need our appetizers. 93 darts, or 94 actually, because one is still loaded in the gun. Alright, I think we have everything we need. So, should I go with my Spino or with my Megalosaurus? I think it's easier if I go with my Spino, because if I come across low-level Spinos, and of course the crabs as well, I have to kill off them, and it's just a little bit easier with a Spino because he's more strong. So, let's go ahead and try and find a second Spino, which preferably is a male of level 120, just like this one was. Yeah, let's go. Oh, I actually don't need it. Anyway, let's go. Oh, no, wait a minute. I completely forgot about this. In the last episode, we struggled so much with getting the Spino in the trap. We actually didn't even manage to do it. And the reason for that was because we didn't have bear traps. So what I'm going to do is make some bear traps. Only like 3. But basically what these bear traps do is just, well, kind of speak for itself. It just keeps the dino in place, and that is definitely going to be useful when taming the Spino, because I want to get him in a taming pen, because in the last episode it did go well with knocking out the Spino because he just was stuck behind some rock, but that is definitely not going to happen again. I'm not that lucky in this game, so I am going to be making, or well, using bear traps. And all right, now we have everything we need. We have our trank stuff, we have mutton, gates. Yeah, all right, we're ready to go. By the way, what I have just done to level this Spino off camera is just doing this, just running across this river, killing a bunch of fish, and that way he levels up really quickly. I think the Spino is almost near his max level that he can be, but yeah, anyway. Alright, so let's take a look. We have a Carcinos and a Spino, both of a terrible level. Let me just take care of these, because I don't even want a Carcinos now. I do want to tame one because they are just really cool to have, and they are also pretty powerful. I might even try and tame one and use it for getting some rock drake eggs in the next episode. Maybe that's an idea, but I don't know. First, I just want a Spino of level 120, if we can please get one of those. Ooh, I see a level 116 Spino, male, which is exactly what we're looking for. Well, we're looking for 120, but 116 is also pretty good. I'll keep this one in mind, and I'll look for a 120, not for too long, because 116 is also really good, of course. But I'll just look for just a little bit longer, because I'm just that greedy, okay? I just really want a 120 Spino. It doesn't make a lot of difference, but hey, all the difference is welcome, of course. Hey, 120 Spino, and it's a male. Damn, that is perfect. Literally perfect. Okay, that is super nice, but he's a little bit in an awkward area. This is super hilly, and I need this area to be not hilly. What I could do is lure him off of this cliff. Oh my god, I don't know how to do this. I guess, well, this is actually quite a flat area, so I guess I can place this trap here, because of course the Spino doesn't really notice us until we're pretty much directly close to him. So I guess I'll go ahead and place the trap here because there's enough area or enough room here anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But man, 120 mil Spino. I was not expecting to find one. Of course, we had that 116, which was already really good, but with how bad our luck has been with trying to find high-level dinos, of course, we did find a 120 Megalosaurus and of course, 120 Spino female, and then this one. But with the Ravagers and the Megalosauruses in the first couple of episodes, we were just so unlucky. But hey, it seems to have vanished just a little bit. Our unluckiness, bad luck. Yeah, bad luck. All right, so this will definitely do. What I'm gonna do is place a bear trap here. I think that will do. And then when he gets stuck in the bear trap, I can place a gate just like this. Now, what is a little bit annoying is I can't really lure him with the other Spino because the other Spino is super big and he is definitely gonna, well, fall off the cliff. Oh god, I really don't want to get stuck in the bear trap myself. So I'm just gonna place a Spino here, so we have as little distraction as possible. By the way, I can walk through these bear traps myself, so that is not an issue. Get rid of this stone, get rid of as many obstacles as we possibly can without aggravating the Spino. It would have been better if I brought my Doedicurus, but then it would have been way too much of an entire operation, and I want to use as little dinos as I possibly can because it's not worth the effort. Well, it is worth the effort, but not that much effort, okay? If I can do it with less dinos, then I will. All right. Anyway, Spino, can you please come over here? How is that a miss? How is that a miss? Oh my god. Yes. Okay. Now. Oh my god, he is so fast. Oh my god, are you stuck? He is stuck. Okay, that's good. That's good. It's really, really, really good. All right, but now, come on. He's trapped. Okay. No. No. Oh my god. Okay, fall damage trick. Haha. Okay, doesn't matter. He's stuck in there, so he can't move. Oh my god. Okay, that was a little bit annoying. But we got him stuck in there, and that was our goal. And now we can finally, we can at least shoot at him with ease. And yeah. Time to knock out the Spino. What are you so mad at, bro? Anyways, I'll see you when this is done. Oh, I didn't make a saddle for the Spino, by the way. But, oh well, it doesn't really matter. I'll just go home with this Spino. And, of course, I'll level it off camera because, again, it's just walking around the river and stuff. And it's just not really interesting to watch the same thing being done over and over and over and over. Especially when it's leveling stuff. But... Come on. Please. Okay. My god, what is happening with you? Anyways. There we go. Alright, finally done. That took a while, but that's fine. But this is gonna go much faster. Just like that. Yay. Very, very nice. Alright, cool. Spino is tamed. So, now let me just... pick up these gates and yeah, time to go home. Ooh, I also see 120 Carcinos over here. Maybe we can try and tame one because I do want one eventually. And like I said, it might be a good idea if I go and use one for getting the rock drake eggs, because the really cool thing about these Carcinos is they can also jump super high, which is definitely going to be useful when collecting the eggs and stuff and traversing between nests. I don't really remember how you tame a Carcinos anymore. It has been a while since I've done that, and I've only done it like once. But I think we need to make like some sort of really weird taming pen that's like some sort of an X shape with door frames or pillars, and we need to use one of these, how is it called? Ballista turrets? Is that the thing? I'll just look it up how we tame one, and yeah. But for now, I'm just gonna finish our stuff that's on our original to-do list and tame the Carquinos when we're done with that, except for when we go into the red zone. I think I'll tame the Carquinos before we head into the red zone, because exploring the red zone is quite a task. Because again, it's just super dangerous out there. It is super deep into the map, and yeah, it just takes a while to get there even. But hey, look at that. The SPINO. Welcome, buddy. Now we can finally start working on breeding these together. But of course, I'll level him a bit off camera before we do that, so that the babies are also higher level. Because of course, the levels of the parents matter as well. Because why would I otherwise tame a level 120 SPINO when we can also just tame a level 4 SPINO and get the exact same results? But yeah, what I still wanted to do is, of course, place our ceilings down, because our ceilings are done. And what I'm also going to be doing is go to the surface first. So let me already pick up my bulb dog. All right, so let me start placing down the ceilings. This is going to be a little annoying though. It's just super high. How am I going to do this? I guess I could use the climbing picks. And of course, once we've placed down some ceilings, we can go up top. But I do have to actually get on top. Like that? Does that work? What the fuck? It happened again. I had the exact same glitch in the last episode. Why does it do that? Is it because, like, I'm getting stuck in terrain and the game doesn't know where the heck I am supposed to be? So it just puts me at like 0, 0, 0 or something. I seriously have no idea why that happens, but it's so weird. But hey, at least it doesn't kill us and lose all of our stuff, right? But the ceilings have been placed. Let me just get down in style. Look at that. Look at our fucking base. My god, that is impressive, honestly. Of course, it is a little bit dark here, which I can do something about, because there is this thing called a lamp post. Let me just go ahead and make one. I think we need to make it here. I also hope it's not going to be too big, because otherwise I might as well make one of those multi-lamp. Oh, wow. Okay, this is really nothing. All right, fine. All right, turn on. Oh. 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 That is not what I want. I can't even... Well, looks like that's useless. It only shines in one direction. I thought it was going to be like a spotlight. Well, it is a spotlight, but not down. Okay, looks like that's useless. I'm just going to make this multi-lamp, because we have a bunch more settings for it, and that wire that was going through here was just super annoying as well. So yeah, anyways, let me just place down. Ooh, this is quite nice. The fact that this works, that is really, really weird. But hey, look at that, we have some light. It is a little bit bright, so let me change some settings. I'll change the intensity to 0.2. I'll maybe do a little bit less blue light, because that is just insane. Okay, that is a little bit better. It is still quite bright, so let me just turn down the intensity even more. That is probably good enough. I could do one more over here. All right, there we go. That looks a little bit nicer. There are some walls that are just quite bright, but hey, at least we have some light, so that's good. All right, but oh wow, look at the letters. They are white, full white. That is super nice. All right, yeah, what I want to do is go to the surface, but of course, like with every other time we wanted to go to the surface, it is a 50-50 day instead of a 10-90. So yay, that means we have to wait. So what I guess I could do in the meantime is just look up how the Carquinos taming pen works. Alright, so Carquinos cannot be knocked out with traditional arrows, darts, blah, blah, blah. Instead requiring weapons like the catapult turret or cannon. So not the ballista turret, but the catapult turret. I'm actually going to make this one already, because, well, we're going to need it. Do we just need to make one? I think so. Alright, there we go. How does this work? What ammo does this need? A boulder? A boulder? Don't we need the ballista turret instead? What does this look like again? Hold on. Alright, so we can pick this up whenever we want. Or whenever, yeah. Oh, no. I get it. I remember now. So we need to put stone in this. Right? Oh, no, we can make boulders in here. Ah, I understand. Alright, so what if we try and make 50 of them? It does cost a little bit of stone, but that is fine. What kind of trap do we need? A stone trap out of dinosaur gates or pillars is the most reliable way of taming a... yeah. Alright, so this is the video I remember seeing. This taming pen is the one we're probably going to be building. So, basically how it looks is, if you can just... yeah, it looks like that. So, it is an X shape with door frames and ramps so that the Carquinos can get into the taming pen, because otherwise he just gets stuck on the door frames, which we don't want. And then we place some pillars and the turret, like the, how's it called? Catapult turret on there. Or at least I think he has the catapult turret. Yeah, place it on there. And then we can mount the turret and then we can just shoot catapults. So if I just demonstrate how he knocks it out. Yeah, you just keep shooting like that. You need to, like, aim for his, like, this center body part, because that is his weak point, where you only deal torpor damage and not as much actual damage. So it is going to be a little bit nifty to get the crab in there. But as you can see, it's just luring him into the trap. And once he's stuck, he just can't get out. He also doesn't jump out, which is a little bit weird. He can just probably jump out, or does he only jump vertically and not like in some sort of an angle? I don't know. But anyways, we're definitely gonna yeah, make the taming pen already, because why not? So what do we need? We need to have 2 ceilings. So 2 stone ceilings. Let me just learn this stone stuff again. All right, there we go. Learned everything. So let's make 2 ceilings. We need to make 4 small stone pillars. So I might as well just make a medium stone pillar and a small stone pillar. 3 ladders. So let's make some ladders. Let's actually make 4 just in case one breaks. We need 2 of those, like, roof things. 8 fence foundations. We have enough of those already. 10 of these. And then we have everything. Of course, I also already have this turret, which I don't know how many of those boulders you need. They're actually not that heavy, which kind of surprises me, but hey, that's nice. I think I'll just make like 150 of them. Or does he use something else? Let me see what he uses. Right, so I think he just uses boulders. He doesn't really say it in the video, but I think I'll just make like a total of 150. These things weigh nothing and barely cost anything, so I'll just make 100 extra. What I, of course, I'm also going to need is the saddle, which is actually not too expensive. Only a couple of blue. What the fuck? Okay, that was weird. Yeah, I haven't looked. If you don't look at stuff in ARK for a while, it just turns into the low poly model and with low texture or low resolution textures. But anyway, the Carquino saddle, there we go. And this stuff has also finished making, so that is nice. Let me just take all of it. We need 8 fence foundations. Why did it only make 1 of these? I don't know, but we need to have 2. The ladders, I think that's everything we need, apart from, of course, the saddle. Oh, and the taming food. The Carquinos doesn't eat actual meat, but it eats spoiled meat. Or you can also feed it exceptional kibble, which we need to make with an extra large egg, focal chili, this stuff. What is an extra large eggs? Basilisk egg. Okay, we don't have any of these. The only dino that's even in this map is a basilisk. So that's not, yeah, we're gonna use spoiled meat. At least, I think he uses spoiled meat. Level 120 is gonna take, 13 boulders, it says here. I've made 150. I should be fine. But yeah, spoiled meat. So I'll just take all the spoiled meat. All right, but I've got the saddle. I've got this stuff. I've got spoiled meat. I have got boulders, which are still in the making, but yeah, I just don't need any more. So let me just get rid of this. Take our catapult turret. You know what? I'll just bring these resources as well, just in case we need more boulders. I'll just bring like something like this. All right, but with that taken care of, I think I will go ahead and find that 120 Carcinos that we found earlier. I hope he's still alive. I think so. Carcinos are pretty strong. Pretty strong. Oh, crap. I forgot to take our appetizer stuff. Heading back. Ah, look at that. I have found the Carcinos. Where am I going to place the taming pen? I guess I can make the taming pen over here. But that does mean I need to lure the crab all the way to here, which that's not that big of a deal. It just takes a bit of time. So yeah, I guess I will just go ahead and place our taming pen over here. All right, and the pen has been made. Right, so now it is time to place down the turret. All right, this should be whoa, this should be fine. Yeah, that looks to be pretty okay. So let me put the boulders in here. I'll just make extra while we're luring the Carcinos in here. So what I'm going to do is keep you far enough away from here so that you can't ruin this tame. Let me put you on passive, actually. All right. Oh, my heart is going to be quite, yeah, insane. But, okay, let me get rid of these stones. All right. How am I going to do this? He keeps coming closer to the other crabs and stick. Can I make like some sort of a stone arrow or something really quickly so that I can shoot it at him? Fiber, flint, thatch. Just make a couple of arrows. Hopefully that will lure the crab to us. Oh, he has regen. Okay. Will this work? I don't know. I did hit him, but he is way too... Okay, this is a bit annoying. What I could do is just use my Spino to clear the area and kill the other Carcinos and the other Spinos and stuff. Alright, he is focused on me. That's a good thing. The other Carcinos is also focused on me. That is not good. What I need to do is get only the Carcinos we want. God, this is so annoying. Oh, whoa. Okay, this is a good thing. This is a good thing. We have them separately now. All right, let me just kill off that one. All right. Okay. Ooh, this is gonna be really awkward. Come over here, you big crap thing. All right. I need to line up with the trap. So just run. There we go. That is quite nice. As long as he keeps following me, it is fine. No. Fucking dodos, man. Well, dodo dead. Okay. Okay. Are you... No. Oh my god, why did that not work? Are you fucking kidding me? That is super annoying. Alright, I've lured him back to the other side. Now, I need to do this properly. Oh my god, this is so annoying. Are you angry at me again? Yep. No. Yep. No. Yeah. No. What are you doing? Dude, I'm here. I'm over here, you know. Oh my god, this is so fucking annoying. Why are Carcinos literally the most annoying creature to tame? Look, he is red, which means he is aggravated towards me. But why are you going away? Dude, what are you doing? Oh my god, this is... Why are Carcinos like this? Why, man? They did nothing wrong. Okay, there we go. Okay, so he isn't... Oh my god, this is literally the worst. Holy shit. Oh, I hate taming our Carcinos. Jesus. Can you focus on me? Me. Alright. Can you stay focused on me, please? No, of course not. Ah! I am so fucking frustrated right now. Oh my god. Okay. Are you angry with me again? Good. Now, stay angry, okay? And please... Or not. Fuck this game, man. Fuck this game. Oh, there we go. Finally. Okay. There we go. Oh, he's stuck. And of course, I don't have any fucking... What is going on? Of course, a fucking raptor. Of course. I don't have any water. Literally everything that could go wrong went wrong. You know that? Alright. Ooh, this is a little bit nervous. I'm nervous. Okay, I need to aim for his body. But he can't stay still. Oh. Nope, that's not good. That is... Okay. 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 So far, so good. It is doing a lot of damage. Oh my god. Oh my god. One more. Oh, thank god. Oh my god. This was so nerve-wracking, dude. Oh my god, but hey, we tamed the fucking Carquinos. Oh my god. That is sick. Oh, this feels so good, man. Alright. Can you hurry up? Please. Please, 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 please. Oh my god, one more. Come on. Come on. One more. Okay, fine. I'll just start cleaning things up. How fast? Oh, okay. His torpor doesn't go down that fast, so that's fine. Alright, but my god, I can't believe it. We tamed the fucking Carquinos. This is awesome. Alright, there we go. Mr. Krabs is the only name you can give this one. I think it's with a K, right? It's not with a C. Anyways. Oh my god. Wait a minute, let me just get rid of this stuff. Sorry, dude, but I didn't want you waking up and then getting out of the fucking taming pen. I wouldn't want to risk that, but oh my god. Look at this dude. Look at him. So fucking scary, but we tamed them. I can't believe it. Oh my god. This is so sick. Look how high you can jump as well. Oh. Alright, but what I'm gonna do is just get rid of all this crap. I really don't need hide and chitin and stuff anymore. I'll just carry this stuff so that I can put you inside a ball. And I'm gonna walk home with you. Yeah. I like this. I like this a lot. Look at this. We can even aim to where we go. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. Alright, so what this does mean is that we do need to have a lot of spoiled meat for him to eat. What? Oh my god, I completely forgot about his level up animation. That is so cool. He is a little bit on the slow side, but hey, this is so cool. Kablam, kablam. Oh my god, damage, man, damage. I don't know how you grab things though. I still need to figure that out. But hey, we've got a Carquinos, that is cool. My god, his health goes so fast. That is insane. I'm also definitely gonna level his movement speed though, because yeah, he is quite slow, which it's not the worst thing. I mean, he's powerful as he is, but when we go into the red zone with the Carquinos, probably with the Carquinos, and fight rock drakes, it would be nice if he was a little bit faster, because the red zone is huge and the path towards the rock drake area is super long, but hey, how do you grab things though? What the hell? What the hell is this? I think the fastest way to move around is actually just to jump, because my god, look at the distance, dude. Just look at the distance. That is insane. That is ridiculous. And he also doesn't take fall damage. Well, less fall damage than normal dinos. Whee! Oh my god. What? Okay, he did. Yeah, he does take a little bit of fall damage, but that's fine. Oh my god. Fish. Get wrecked, fish. Holy shit. I think we can even jump up to the platform. Can we make it? Yeah. Easy. Easy. Oh my god. Look at that. Where's the plant? It's so dark. But hey, that means... Well, I'm actually going to wait until the next day. Because I actually have to go for lunch in just a moment. But, my god. We have a Carcinos with 30k health, almost. And so much melee damage as well. This is going to be insane. Welcome to the family, my man. And of course, the other Spino as well. Which, again, I'll level these things up off camera because it's just not interesting. For now, though, you'll just stay there with that plant so you can regen. And yeah. Right, so yeah, my plans, remaining plans at least, are, again, going to the surface and going to the red zone. I think I'll go to the red zone with the Spino. And not Carcinos, because the Carcinos still needs to level up a little bit, and I do want to do that before we head into the... Or at least I don't want to take the Carcinos... Not that he's weak, I mean, far from it. You've seen it, literally. But, yeah, we can definitely use some more melee damage on that fella, so that's what I'm going to be doing off camera. And for now, I'll just go into the red zone with our Spino. Alright, I'm back from lunch, and I still want to do, of course, the stuff that I still have to do. So numbers 3, 4, and 5. Specifically number 3. It is currently 6 p.m. and the time is going really fast. But I don't know which day the next, or what type of day the next day is going to be, because currently it is a 90 to 10 day. We want it to be a 10 to 90 day, like as in 10% day, 90% night, because then we have as much time as we need to explore the surface. I hope the next day is going to be a 10 to 90 day, but I don't think so. I think it's still going to be a 90 to 10. We'll figure that out. What I do want to do is I still need to make a saddle for that other Spino we tamed. And in the meantime, I guess I can go ahead and just level the Spinos a bit. I'll, of course, cut this from the episode, but I'll do it now that I'm waiting on this time to pass. Maybe I'll check up on our gas collector as well, even though we have way more than enough gas for basically eternity. Oh, what I guess I can do is make the elements. No, we don't have enough red gems for that. But as already explained several times, I want to explore the red zone either way, so we're definitely gonna try and find some red gems, which shouldn't be the biggest problem. I think there are so many red gems in the red zone because it is the red zone, for God's sake. So yeah, let me just level the Spino a bit in this river because, again, there are so many fish around here. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on out on the time, and I hope that the next day is going to be a 10 to 90 day. Alright, how is our gas collector doing now that I am here? Okay, pretty good. But like I said, I just don't need the gas balls anymore. I have way more than enough. We might need a lot of gas balls if we eventually get a better version of the hazard suit, because like I already explained several times, what the hell? Okay, something was wrong with my OBS. For some reason, it looked like my game was just way too zoomed in, but it was just OBS just messing around. It should be fine, but yeah, I don't know where it was. Oh yeah, the hazard suit, because what time it? Okay. It is still a 90 to 10 day. That kind of sucks. Should I go ahead and explore the red zone first? I mean, yeah. Honestly, I need to do it anyways. And the time during the day right now is going to go so slowly that I could be back before the next day even hits. So yeah, I'm going to go explore the red zone now. But what I was trying to say with the hazard suit is right now we have normal hazard suit versions, like regular hazard suit, primitive it's called, which just have like the normal armor, like, let's see, we have 65 armor, 65, yeah, whatever. But like I explained several times with, for example, these hatchets or the climbing picks or the shotguns, we can get better versions of the hazard suit as well with blueprints. I already explained several times what blueprints are. You can get blueprints via supply drops on the surface. So that is mainly why I want to go to the surface back. And the one on the top right is not the best surface for supply drops because only one supply drop can spawn on that surface at a time, but on the surface on the top left, two can spawn at a time. And if you look at the area, it is so much smaller, which makes it even better. But what I have seen from that area, that surface area, is it is super busy with Reaper Kings, with those Seekers we also have. So we do need to watch out and, of course, take our Bulldog with us. But anyways, for now, I'm just gonna go into the red zone because I don't want to wait and do nothing. So what I'm gonna do is take my hazard suits, just equip this. There we go. Take a glider suit. All right, so we have a backup of that. I'm not gonna bring my arrows and stuff. I don't really need those. I am gonna bring one more climbing pick set, so we have 3 climbing picks in total. I'm also gonna bring my shotgun and shotgun ammo. I need my pickaxe for the red gems. I guess I could also bring my Ankylo, but I don't really like that idea because in case I die in a red zone, which is very likely, I lose my Ankylo and basically all of my stuff, which, yeah, is not really great. But anyways, so it is currently 6 a.m. and yeah, it's another 90 to 10 days. So the daytime is going super slow. So we have probably enough time to explore the red zone, but even getting there takes a lot of time. So what I'm also going to need, of course, is our SPINO. We'll take the high level, of course, because this one has a lot of HP still to regenerate, which I guess I could put him next to the plant. Should I bring any other dino with me? I don't think so. I don't need a Ravager. I have pretty much everything we need, I think. Let me actually make some more, or cook some more meat. Well, I still have this cooked prime meat, right? Yeah, I'll just bring this with me as well. All right, I think this should be fine. Let me just bring some water because I don't think there's any water sources in the red zone. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the glider suit to glide all the way down there. What is going to be a little annoying is getting back up from the red zone. Okay, so we have our SPINO. I do have a shotgun just in case. Let me just reload it. All right, so where do we need to go? We need to go around to that area. I don't know if we can spot some red. I think we need to go somewhere over there where you can see those weird trees. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. But anyway, yeah. Oh, I have my bulldog, of course. My god, I'm so nervous. But anyway, let's go. Oh my god, a rock drake. Right there. That is not good. Okay, so far it's going good, but we're gliding all the way from here. I really don't hope my hazard suit breaks when I'm in the middle of gliding, but it should be fine. Let me just get a little bit more speed. There we go. Yeah, this is what I always wanted to do, is just glide. Okay, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. This is really not good. Okay, there we go. Oh, that was a little bit nerve-wracking. The thing is, those arthropluras, those little worm things, they can break your armor in just like that, just because they spit some sort of acid. If you get hit by that acid, your entire armor breaks just like that. No issue. Which is honestly kind of bullshit. Ah, we need to go over there where those crystals are. I hope I can get enough speed to not get wrecked by creatures and stuff. So is it a little bit safe over here? I think it is. All right, what I'm gonna do, take out my SPINO, and I'm just gonna use the SPINO to move forward. Okay, okay, a rock drake over here. That is fine. That's not the biggest issue. We can easily take him on, only level 20. There we go. So I think we need to go over there. Ah, I see a loot crate over here, which is always welcome. What do you have? You have... Oh, a metal hatchet blueprint. A better metal hatchet blueprint. That is quite nice. Okay, so how am I going to do this? Where are we on the map? Okay. I think I need to go over there. It does kind of suck that there's a lot of water here, though. And there's so many dangerous creatures here. Which way is over there, though? I think I need to go over here. I'm trying to spot like some sort of a metal structure, because then I know a quick way down to the red zone. But I haven't seen that metal structure yet. Ah, I do see some red glow over there. Okay, so it looks like we're getting closer here. Okay, I even see some seekers here. What is that? Oh, a rock drake. 120. Okay, well, this... Ah, wait a minute. I see some big red gems here, but we can't harvest any red gems from those. Looks like we made it. Sort of. Wait a minute. Is that the metal structure that I'm looking for? I think it is. I saw like some sort of a spiraling... Yeah. See, these, whatever it is. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. Okay. Looks like we're in the red zone. Yeah, we are in the red zone because, as you can see in the bottom right, we have radiation. Yay. But anyway, how is our hazard suit holding up? Just fine. But the crappy thing about the hazard suit is, if just one piece of armor from your suit breaks, you already get irradiated. And yeah, that's really not what you want. So we do have to be very careful about that. But I do see some obsidian over there and some red gems, which is very nice, which means we can harvest those. What I am going to be doing is just clearing out this area here, because there are so many dinos that can ruin our plans, and I do not want that. So, also, these plants, nothing really dangerous here. Nah, we should be fine. These plants here are really cool, because these give organic polymer, which we also gathered those from the carcinos, but this is just another way to collect them, so that's nice. But this is what we came here for, the red gems. Look at that, red gems. Super nice. We already got 103 red gems, which is cool. But of course, while we're here, let's just get as much as we can. And would you look at that, we even got some element ore in that rock over there. But I don't really need that much more. We can always get it from the surface. What time is it? 8 a.m. Okay, so we still have more than enough time. Alright, by the way, this is what I meant with like that metal structure. This looks like some sort of a spine. It is actually called the spine. You can see these metal gate-like shapes, and then sort of like a rail that, yeah, follows at the top of it, which looks pretty cool. And it's also like the main guide you can use to enter and exit the red zone. So if you're ever lost in the red zone, try and look for this kind of a structure, and you should be able to hopefully find your way back. But again, I'm seeing some obsidian here, and over here it looks to be quite safe, so I can probably harvest this without any issues. Obsidian is not really necessary to have anymore, because you mainly use it to make polymer, and as I already said, we gain polymer from carcinos now, and even these plants here. So yeah, obsidian is not really a big issue, because we just don't really need it anymore, but it's always nice to have. Now that we're here anyways, why not just get it? Oh, I didn't even notice I'm level up. 92? Yeah, a riot shield. That is quite interesting. It's a really strong shield, which is always nice to have, but I don't think we're really... Well, we are actually going to need one of those in the future, but for now, not yet. But once again, I'm seeing some red gems and some obsidian. How much obsidian do we have? 120? That's not a lot. This is honestly going surprisingly well. I thought we would get, like, assaulted and just attacked by literally everything we could possibly come up with, but it's going pretty well. Oh my god, look at that! I saw a flying thing over there. Yeah, that over there, which you can't actually see. Wait a minute. Let me just get these red gems and I'll show you in a second what that actually is. Right, there we go. 160 more red gems. But oh, we can also see one over there. That flying thing over there is a feather light. And this is yet another light pet, just like the bulldog. And also that Shinehorn we came across, which is like the little goat that you mainly find in the blue zone. And I do want to try and tame a how's it called, featherlight, just because they're really cool. They just look really cool. But I think I'm gonna do that some other day, because right now I just want to focus on red gems and just staying alive in here. I do see another rock drake there, and even a Spino. Yeah, Spinos can spawn here as well. By the way, this water here, it looks dangerous, and it is. Don't get in that water. Don't fall in there. It's a bad idea. There is a lot of seekers down here, man. And what we also have to watch out for, we can also come across reapers here, like reaper kings, which we also found on the surface. So yeah, you have to be super careful in the red zone. But hey, it is the deepest point in the map. It's kind of self-explanatory why it's so dangerous here. So yeah, anyway, let me just get some more red gems. I'm just gonna get as many as I can. I'll throw away like the stone, because we just don't need stone anymore. If we ever need stone, we can just put our Doedicurus on wandering and get a bunch of stone while we're offline. The Doedicurus is still just going to gather stone, so it's probably the best way of getting stone. That, by the way, that little hump in the ground is a Purlovia, which just jumps out of the ground when you're close. But because we're on a Spino, he doesn't do that. So yeah, Purlovias are not aggravated towards Spinos, because Spinos are bigger and can easily take on... that's another one. Spinos can easily take on a Purlovia. Ah. Oh god, what is that? What is that? What is going on? A Reaper Queen? Why can I not see it? What? What? Hold on. Where is she? Bro, I'm literally attacking her. Oh my god, don't fall in the water. Holy shit. But she is... Where is she? I'm attacking her, but I can't see her. What the fuck is this bullshit? Is that like one of her powers or something? How much health does she have? Jesus. Oh, 48,000? Are you for real? Jesus, this is kind of going okay, but my Spino is pretty low HP. What the fuck was that? I was just seeing that plant over there. Now we can finally regen. That's nice. But I was just seeing this plant, and then suddenly I saw like a hump from the ground and a Reaper Queen that was just invisible. What the fuck? What the hell, man? That was so weird. But hey, we got Reaper pheromone glands, which you get from killing them. Which, now that we've came across the Reaper Queen, I think it is time for me to explain what they do. They're basically another variant of the Reaper Kings, but of course much more powerful, as we just saw. 48,000 health, and she was like a level 80 or something. But the thing they're mainly used for is taming them. But you don't actually tame a Reaper Queen, and here's where it gets really weird. And you're probably not going to believe me, but it is true. The way to tame your own or get your own Reaper is to let the Reaper Queen impregnate you. And yeah, I'm serious. You can let a Reaper Queen impregnate you, and then you have a baby Reaper inside of you, and you can give birth to it, and then you can raise it and have your own Reaper King. It is a super, super dangerous process of trying to let a Reaper Queen impregnate you, though. But we're definitely going to try it in probably like 10 episodes or something. But yeah, a Reaper is, as we just saw, a Reaper King is already powerful, but having your own Reaper... Why? Oh, okay. my torpor is going up. That is not a good thing. No, not at all. But we should be fine, hopefully. Alright, what I am gonna do is just get these red gems. My god, I am so scared now that that Reaper Queen just came out of nowhere. But we should be fine. I don't think they can respawn that fast. So let me just get these red gems. We have how much do we have? We have 887 red gems. That is definitely going to be enough for now. Because those elements, what can you even use red gems for? I don't think too much. But for the elements, you needed 10 of them. You can also use them for a charge lantern, gas collector, rock drake saddle. How much do you need for a rock drake saddle? 85. Okay, that is quite a lot. But we have more than enough. So that's not really that big of a deal. But yeah, again, I really don't want to spend any more time here. It is just way too dangerous here, way too risky with coming across another Reaper Queen potentially. So I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. What I'm gonna do is just try and see if I can find some red gems while I'm still here. Maybe go over there for just a tiny bit. How is my armor doing? Yeah, it's almost halfway in its, durability. This looks to be a pretty safe area, but I'm not seeing any red gems around here, which is kind of sad. And this area is more blue than red, which is weird, but anyways. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go back home. I have more than enough red gems for now, and oh god, wait a minute. Is this water... Yeah, this water is dangerous. What the hell? That was so weird. But it barely did any damage. Well, 160 is... It's quite a lot, but the Spino has like 20k health, so that's no big deal. Where the hell am I supposed to go, though? Oh, that's 2 rock drakes over there. What levels are they? They are level 76 and 84. Okay, that's not a big deal. Well, not really a big deal. At least we got them separately, so that's fine. But where do I need to go? The structure starts over here. So I think we need to go back up. Ah, yeah, that's where I came from. I don't see any more red gems around here, though. Maybe that way? Let me just see if I can find just a little bit more red gems, because I'm still here anyways. And yeah, any more red gems are definitely welcome. Okay. Those are also red gems. Those weird spiky things. Alright, there we go. We got a total of 1150 red gems, which is definitely a number I'm very happy with. Alright, and I am back. Let me just clean up our inventories a little bit. And let me also make this metal hatchet, because, well, why not? I mean, it is a better metal hatchet, and I can definitely use one of those. Even though I don't really use a metal hatchet that much anymore, because of course we have our roll rat for wood, or the chainsaw, we have the Dodecris for the stone, so we don't really need a lot of, well, we don't really need to use the chains, or Jesus, I can't talk, holy shit. We don't really need to use the hatchet a lot anymore, but hey, why not, okay? Right, so there we go, that has been made. Alright, hazard suit back in there. Let me just take the glider suit. Alright, and we are totally back. Right, so now, what time is it? It is 1 p.m. and the time is going so slowly. Alright, so what I guess I could do in the meantime is just try and figure out what I need to do to prepare for getting rock drake eggs. Because of course we'll be going back in the red zone for that, but we're going even deeper then. So yeah, it's gonna be quite dangerous. Let me actually just repair my outfit. Alright, outfit repaired, very nice. Which means we are a little bit hot in here, but eventually I do want to make this riot outfit, which we still need to have 6 more levels for. But one trick, which I already showed to get a bunch of XP, is just make a bunch of narcotics, which we need spoiled meat for narco berries. I don't think that's the best idea, but there is one of these foods we can make, or dishes, to give ourselves some XP boost, which is the broth of enlightenment. And expand your mind and broaden your horizons, granting greatly experienced or increased experience gain. Okay, we need to have pretty much all vegetables. Oh, woolly rhino horn. Fuck. Yeah, there's... Can we even make this in here? In Aberration? No, because there's no woolly rhinos. How the hell can we make that? You could technically use fishing to get enough, but that would take a terribly long time. Yeah, I don't think it's possible to make it. That is kind of stupid, honestly. So that idea is gone out of the window. That is kind of stupid. But yeah, what I guess I can do is just maybe make some other thing that gives you a lot of XP. Let me actually look up what you can do to get a lot of XP quickly. I guess what I could do is just kill a bunch of dinos with our SPINO, get a bunch of meat. Oh, we already do have a lot of fish meat. That is pretty good. Put that in a meat spoiler. Does this work with... It does work with fish meat. Okay. So yeah, we make some spoiled meat. How is our narco berries doing? Ooh, we don't have a lot of those. And we do not have any of those mushrooms. Oh, what I guess I could do in the meantime is get some of these nameless venoms, because yeah, it says here you can use it to raise rock drakes. So, and currently we only have 5, which isn't much. So I guess I could go ahead and get some of those. So what I'm going to do for that is just go into the blue zone, not turn on my light so that nameless spawn, and just kill them. And then I hopefully get a little bit of nameless venom. So let me just glide back into the blue zone. We still have more than enough time, because as we just saw, the time passes by so slowly because of the stupid season cycle we're on. Let me just glide down, probably, hopefully around a safe area. Maybe on top of some of these rocks or something. This looks to be safe here. Alright, there we go. Take out our SPINO. And now, just wait until some nameless spawn and kill them. And hopefully get some nameless venom. Ah, I see some nameless. They don't really spawn fast or anything, which kind of shocks me. Alright, that didn't give us any venom. Alright. We do have to be careful though, because if you keep nameless alive for long enough, they eventually can summon a Reaper King from beneath the surface, or beneath this ground. But with our SPINO, that shouldn't be the biggest deal. Ah, we finally got some venom. That took quite a while. They don't drop that often, which is a little bit annoying, but we don't really need that much for raising a rock drake anyways. It's just always nice to have some because they spoil over time. Yeah, 2 hours, and in the fridge it's probably like 10 hours or something, 12, whatever, I don't really know. Alright, so just a while later, I've collected only 6 nameless venom, which I have no idea why they spawn so little. Like, I honestly thought they would spawn so much more, but I have barely seen any nameless in the past couple of minutes. I don't know why, but you know what? I am fine with 6 for now. In the red zone, they also spawn, so whenever we go into the red zone for the rock drake eggs, we can always just turn off our light and let some nameless spawn there, collect some venom, should be fine. And yeah, I highly doubt we'll need that much venom anyways for the rock drakes, or the rock drake. So this should probably be fine for now. Alright, we're back home. So we just need to wait a little bit longer, and then we can finally go to the surface. Again, I want to go to the surface on the top left, which does take some traveling to do because we're pretty much on the top right, closest to the top right surface, but it's not that long of a walk. The SPINO is pretty fast, so it's not really a big deal. Alright, spoiled meat is doing just fine. Any spoiled meat I do get, I'll just put in this feeding trough for our crab, and I guess I can go ahead and let's make like 100 narcotics. Okay, yeah, we can't even make 100. We really need more narco berries. Yeah, let's go ahead and collect some with our Enkilo. Just a little bit, not too much, because, I mean, we already have so many narcotics. We don't really need a lot more. But for the experience, it's definitely very, very useful to just make some narcotics. Because I think it actually is the item that gives you the most XP for, like, how little it costs. So that's why I'm constantly like, I need to make narcotics. I need to do that. I think you also get a lot of XP from making structures like foundations and stuff. But why would I make those when I don't even need them and they're just a waste of resources? So yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm making narcotics, which are always useful to have, even though currently we have so many of them that I don't think we'll ever need even close to all of them. But hey, I don't care. It's for the XP, okay? Right, so 2,700 of those, 800 of those. So let's just put it in the fridge. Try and make like 100 narcotics. Again, we don't really need a lot. Let's make like 80. That should be fine. We're almost level up anyways. Level 93, which I don't know if we can make anything interesting at level 93 or learn anything interesting. But yeah, as you can see, we gain so much XP from making narcotics. It's genuinely insane. All right, and we're level up just like that. I'm gonna level a little bit more in weight. Yeah, we don't learn anything. This MDSM is super cool, but we can't do anything with this in this map because it goes with this, and this is pretty much only for extinction. Oh, what I guess we can do is make some more elements because right now we have more than enough red gems. Right, so I'm gonna make some elements over there at that charge node again. Oh crap, I forgot the gas balls. Whoopsie. Right, and it is getting closer to nighttime. Probably around like 5:30 is where the time starts going really fast. So what the hell am I doing? I need to put it in there. There we go. All right, take this back and wait for the element. And then when the element is done crafting, I guess I can start moving to the top left surface. All right, and it has been crafted. So now we have 12. We're getting more and more and more. It does take a bit of time, but hey, we don't need it yet. And when we defeat the boss, we also get like a ton of elements. So yeah, that's nice. All right, so it is 5 p.m. So let's go ahead and go to the surface. I have pretty much everything we need. Climbing picks, glider suit, Spino, Bulldog. Let's go. I think the next day is going to be a 10 to 90 day. Right, so yeah, as you can see, it's now 6 p.m. and the time is going super fast. But the thing is, when it's turning nighttime, if the next day is a 10% day, 90% night day, the time actually goes slow during the night, which is exactly what we want. I think over there is where the surface entrance is, because I do see some soil or not. Where the hell are we? Oh, we're not even close. Okay. Right, I think I see the entrance here. Yeah, this looks like it is the entrance. What the fuck? What? Don't say to me that we need to have the hazard suit here. Oh my god, that sucks. Or can we also take these mushrooms? Okay, take these mushrooms. I don't think it's gonna work, but I don't know. What is... Oh, it works. Okay, thank God. Is it really that good of an idea, though? Oh, it seems like we don't get damaged here anymore. Oh my god. Of course this is still a 10% day. Or 10% night day. Yay! Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna stay here and wait, like, what, an hour or something until it... Oh my god. This sucks so much. I hate this. I'm gonna stay here for, like, how long this is gonna take. And I'll see you guys when we have a 90% night day. Because this is bullshit. Alright, and way too much time later, it is finally a 90% night day, and it's turning dark any minute now. It's still 70 degrees, but it is now 5 p.m., which means it is turning dark. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is get rid of as much as we can. We need to weigh as little as possible. Take our Spino, capture him, and yeah, climb up. Oh boy, we have a long climb ahead. Oh my god, this is so I'm a little bit nervous because, as I already explained earlier in this episode, or the last one, I actually don't remember. This surface area might seem smaller because it is, but it is so much busier in terms of Reapers, Seekers. Yep, literally already. Thank you very much, of course. Hey, Explorer node. Okay. But, as you can see over there, that is a supply drop, which is why we're here. Alright, but anyway, Explorer node, very nice. I am very scared though, because I already saw a Reaper just bury into the ground over there. Look, I can see it. Oh my god, is this a good idea? No, but do I want to have supply drops? Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. I saw a Reaper. You know, our SPINO is pretty strong, but our water is going down and down and down. It is still 70 degrees, so that is kind of stupid. Oh my god. I see so many Reapers. Just 1, 2, 3. I can take on like maybe 2, 3 Reapers with this SPINO. But the thing is, this terrain is so hilly and just there's so much height difference everywhere. Okay, I'm gonna go for that other loot drop because it seems to be a little bit more in our reach, because that one is on a cliff and we need to use climbing picks for that. Yeah, okay. I see a Reaper over there, one buried into the ground here. I really don't. Okay, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go. Come over here. Where? Okay. Oh my god, 3, 4. 4 Reapers. 4. Are you kidding me? Which levels are they? 108, 36, 52. Okay. Looks like... Okay, never mind. I just took a bunch of fall damage. Great. But... Okay. We handled it. Just get the fuck out of this acid cloud. Oh my god. 4 Reaper Kings. Are you kidding me? That was... honestly, a little bit of bullshit. But, oh my god, of course another one. Yeah, this is exactly what I meant with how just crowded this area is. But, again, we can handle them. It's fine. The thing is though, there aren't any of those regeneration plants on the surface. So we can't easily regenerate. But, I just want to show you loot drop. There's no Reapers here. Okay. Oh my god. What is in here? Total crap. A fucking pistol and a lance. Wow. Oh my god, that sucks. I don't know what to do, man. I want to explore more, but it's so dangerous here. This area, again, it's such a small area. Just look at it. But it is just way too busy. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to go back down. This is way too dangerous. Was a decent idea. It is still 70 degrees, by the way, but I'm not losing health, which is weird. Or am I losing health? No, that is super weird. It's 70 degrees and I'm not losing health, and I have a metal armor, metal suit. What is going on? I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna go back down. This is way too dangerous. I really need a rock drake for this, because have I even explained what a rock drake can do? Basically, a rock drake can glide, which, yeah, makes surviving this area a little bit more feasible, but with what the hell's going on here, it is not. So, get the fuck out of here. Oh, what I do need to do is take those mushrooms, because I'm going back into that little poisonous area. So let me just take all of these. We have 60 seconds to get out of here. That should be more than enough. Yeah, so it's only this very small area, which is super weird. I don't know why. At least we explored the surface and we got one loot drop or one supply drop. But yeah, I've definitely had enough. This episode is already super long. We have achieved so much. We tamed a freaking Spino, a crab, explored the red zone, explored a tiny bit of the surface. I've had enough. Okay, I just want to get home and finish off this episode. Alright, and I'm back. So, yeah, again, that is going to be more than enough for this episode. We pretty much completed everything I wanted to. So yeah, we tamed a second Spino, we tamed a Carcinos, which wasn't even on a to-do list, but hey, always welcome. Well, I guess we didn't tame a bear, but again, we don't really need one, so that is not really a big deal. We have explored the red zone for a bit, we've explored the top left surface, even though it was very, very short, but hey, you try and do it with all those stupid surface Reaper Kings. Yeah, surface Reaper, that's their full name, but I'm just not gonna pronounce their entire name every single time. But yeah, in the next episode, I am going to try and find some rock drake eggs, which is going to be, oh my god, let me turn off this music. It's so fucking annoying. I definitely have enough spoiled meat for now. No problem. But yeah, in the next episode, I'm gonna try and find some rock drake eggs, and I hope I can show to you why it is such a pain to get them. It's so difficult. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also not, you know. So yeah, that is probably what we're gonna devote the entire next episode to. But for this episode, we have done more than enough. I'm of course going to level up my Carcinos and my second Spino off camera. We'll also take a look at breeding the Spinos in the next episode. But for now, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and more of the fancy stuff. And I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.